The menace of social media in teens. According to Statista, on January of 2021, the most used social media, counted in millions, were Facebook with 2,740 million users, YouTube with 2,291 million users, WhatsApp with 2,000, Messenger from Facebook with 1,300, and Instagram with 1,221 million. From the five most used social media, four of them contain a form of direct communication with the people you know and or famous people. You don't really connect that much with people you usually talk to in YouTube. When talking to your friends nowadays, what do you use to talk to them? Instagram, WhatsApp, Discord, Snapchat, or even Messenger maybe. Technology and social media specifically have made outstanding improvements when talking about connecting with those who you love spending the time with. These tools provided for society have been a key for survival of the COVID-19 pandemic because they kept links with each other as intact as possible. Young people from the age of 13 to 19 are considered teens. In these phases of your life, the social factor is something you put a lot of emphasis on, and receiving face to face classes is the best way to implement it. Being in the middle of a pandemic at home gives rise to the teens frequently using social media. This eventually tends to cause individuals peer pressure, continuous distraction, and to fall victim of cyberbullying. As a teen, you become exposed to new and unknown taboos such as drugs, alcohol, or even sex and sexual activities. Many teens can be pressured by bad influences, often called friends, that use comparisons to what they do or just highlight how weak you are. Well, this is an example of peer pressure in face to face social form. With social media, peer pressure causes and effects can be more deplorable. Let's take Instagram as an example. You are on a Friday night chilling at home, watching Netflix, for instance. You take a break from your movie and check your phone, Instagram specifically. What do you see? Well, you see some friends who went to the beach and are having the time of their lives. Well, you see a cute couple having a date. Well, you see people climbing a volcano with their family. Well, you see somebody with filters looking amazing. I wish I could be that much pretty. Well, you see a group of teens in the house of one of them with their parents not at home and doing drugs or consuming alcohol. Man, that must be so cool. In, in his essay about the issue, Isaac comments, and as you add the likes, comments, and shares of dozens, hundreds, or in some cases thousands of fans and followers, it can be difficult not to feel jealous. In fact, you may even feel compelled to share something that will make you feel just as pretty or popular. This envy can make you do or become something that doesn't really represent you, which could lead to the execution of harmful things, depression, use of substances like drugs or alcohol, and even more resentment. Distractions are present everywhere and in different forms. At work, you can be distracted by your own thoughts and concerns. On an exam, your best friend might distract you, and at home, social media is always a route leading to distraction. It is understandable that receiving classes at home, you don't have the contact with your friends that you used to at school. So social media can be used moderately to talk to them. The problem comes when you don't put limits to yourself and start paying more attention to the phone than to the explanation of the teacher. Shelley, a professor at the University of Illinois, acknowledges learning how to become less distractible is an essential and timeless skill for success in education, as well as many other facets of life. Students could justify themselves by just explaining how good multitasker they have become, from being in a distractful call with friends when they are studying to sending the funniest TikToks in the middle of an important lesson. They think their effectiveness is at the peak by doing this, but many times the distraction becomes more powerful than the main activity. In fact, those who do this type of impractical multitasking just make themselves work double the amount. Oh, you are studying while talking to your friends? Well, then you need to go over what you've studied at least one more time. Oh, you were seeing videos in class? Well, then after the class, you will have to review what was seen that day and try to understand it by yourself. It sucks to try to do more work in less time and to now do more work spending more time, right? Bullying using technology and forms of communication in general is considered cyberbullying and can affect people just as much as a normal bullying would. Monica Anderson notes 59% of US teens have been harassed online, and a similar share says it's a major problem for people their age. On the Pew Research Center website where this information was taken, there are listed the different types of cyberbullying these teens have experienced. Some of them are offensive name calling, spreading rumors, physical threats, or even the spread without the victim's consent of explicit images of them. Social media just brings different approaches where everything can be vulnerable to these malicious actions. Conventional bullying will most commonly take place at school grounds, but now cell phones just make the path for intimidation easier. The youth of today need social media to socialize with others of their age while staying at home most of the day. But of course, these include different conflicts. No matter what young people used to talk to their friends, they'll get exposed to peer pressure, constant distraction, or to be molested. These are real problems and nothing to see as a minor complication, neither as an overreaction of the situation, as many adults will think of it. There are young people suffering from this every day, all around the world. Even the teens you know might be experiencing some of these issues. Unless you know how to put a stop or a regulation to your social media use, or to learn how much to tolerate in order to avoid the previous pains, you can also succumb to the toxic outcomes social media has. Thank you for listening. Good day.